Vin doesn't understand, but that's okay. He's bald. It's
not even a little.
His brain leaks out a little bit over time. It's not his fault. And you too, but that's your wife. You know, she'll have to pick that up with you. So my point to you is this: simply center your marketing around pleasing the people who are giving you money, not trying to change the minds of the people who aren't even paying attention. That's where almost everybody gets it wrong. Okay? Now, I want to turn it over to Vin and David because these guys are a lot smarter than me most of the time. And, well, David is. So, Vin.
We're going to be deferring to David a lot in this conversation. Okay, what's the question? After the long story, I've lost the question.
Okay, the question is not really a question. It's really just an egocentric, gratifying moment all about me. But if you could just give them the thoughts on long copy. I know you can't resist this debate on the Warrior Forum. You love to beat up people when they get into this one.
Just read it on the forum. It's actually, I'll just keep saying that for anyone who wants an opinion. No, I would say this. Copy needs to be as long as it needs to be to sell the product. It shouldn't be a word longer than that. If you want the product and will not read the copy, well then the copy's badly written probably. And yeah, you're not supposed to buy from badly written copy. Good copy, if you want the product, is going to sell you. That's what it does. Do people buy it? All the time. I've got a client right now that for the last 3 years, he's been doing with a $50 ebook. He's been selling $450,000 worth of them every month in his dining room. Now, I say in his dining room, I don't know what room he actually uses, but dining room sounds really cool when I say that. So, but literally, $50 ebooks, $500,000 a month with long copy. And to add to this debate and just kind of segue off of this is should I have long copy or a video?
Okay, yeah, big one, right? Video or long copy, right?
And have you watched the videos? Guess what's in them? Long copy. It's just a different delivery vehicle. So I don't know if I've answered any of your questions, but there wasn't a question, so I think I did fine.
How many of you guys have seen the product Fat Burning Furnace on ClickBank or know anything about it? You know who wrote that? The guy. This guy wrote the video for that. That's one of the best video sales letters you can swipe from, and everyone on Earth has.
And it's been swiped
about 10,000 times, right? This guy wrote that. And this is a perfect example of long copy turned into a video that's, that's crushing it, that's killing it, and people don't think they're dealing with long copy. It is. So, yeah, there's something you should pay attention to here is what I'm saying. David, long copy, what can you add to this?
Well, I think in terms of long copy, you have to kind of think about yourselves. And like if you want to make a major purchase, if you're looking to buy a car or a type of computer or something, you want to read about it. You want to be informed about it. And do you want to read a lot or just read a little, short thing on it? The other thing about long copy, I think, too, is when you write copy that's about the prospect, and it's about what the prospect's dreams are and what the prospect wants and how the prospect can do what the prospect really wants to do, then the prospect will read anything if it's about them. It's like if someone wrote copy about you and said, here's his copy about John Smith. You'd read it. You want to know what they say. And it's the same thing in copy. You've got to make the prospect feel like you're writing about them, that you're really talking directly to them. So if you do that, the copy can be as long as you need it to be.
So the package you offer, it should be a good offer, okay? At the end, you don't want to just say at the end of a 2-hour training period, you're building up to this big close, and I have this 5-page, $7 report I'd like you all to buy. That's very anticlimactic. So you want to give them something, that is really big. Plus, you want to justify the fact that you just spent 2 hours and probably 10 hours preparing for it and producing a PowerPoint slide or however your presentation was. So you want to justify the price. You want to have a higher price, and you want to be able to justify that price. And ways that you can do that is you can expand on your PDFs or your ebooks with videos and audio files and checklists, interviews, templates, and even mind maps and bonuses. Mind maps are very hot right now. People always ask me, hey, do you have any mind maps in your products? No, I hate making them, so no. But people are always asking for them. And I know like Mike Howells puts mind maps in everything he does, and they love it. They eat it up. So the one thing that I will say is you want to stick to whatever one problem, one solution usually does the best. So whether it's videos, audio files, checklists, interviews, templates, mind maps, and even bonuses, you want to keep it all relative. You don't want to sell a great system on how to get to the front page of Google and then have bonuses that create auto blogs for you. It's very unrelated. You want to keep them very relative. So let's talk about creating a presentation right now. There are many different ways to create your presentation. Excuse me, we partied a little last night and my voice is cracking up. So PowerPoint, like I'm using right now. Did I say that? Browsers. PowerPoint's what I'm using right now, of course, and it's very simple to make. This didn't create, I didn't have to go to design school to make this page here. If you can use Microsoft Word, you can use PowerPoint. Browsers, if you want to show different websites, or if you have an online membership site and you want to give a sneak peek to what's inside, browsers can be used for your presentation. Software, like I talked about earlier, software is a great thing to demonstrate on a live webinar. Video, you can even use videos, but I would not use the audio from video. Back when we were doing the Google Red Carpet webinar tour, we played videos of us getting to the front page of Google in 10 minutes or less. Jason, we did this with your list, and we narrated it as we went. We muted the audio, right, and we narrated it as we went to keep it live, keep that live excitement going on. So no matter which vehicle you use to deliver your message, just make sure that there's constant motion. On a webinar, you don't see me standing up here. I can't make funny faces and jump up and down and go crazy, to get your reaction. All you're seeing is this, and this is really boring stuff. So you want to keep the motion flowing. You want to keep those slides going as quickly as you can. I'll give you a quick example from one of my one of the webinars that I've done. You also want to mix it up. Don't just have static text there. Add some animations, add some crazy pictures, just to kind of, if they're multitasking and then all of a sudden they see a crazy picture pop up at the end, it gets their attention again and they start working. So this is just a little example from one, where I talked about the myth, and internet marketing is about getting lots of traffic. Next point, next slide. Forget the big myth. The truth is, internet marketing is not about getting traffic. It's about generating prospects and making sales. So tonight, we're going to retrain your brain. And let's skip this.
They build on over time. So the stats are averaged forever. So what you want to do at the beginning of a WSO, right when you launch it, is have a really low price, really easy way to get in, so that you're going to build up some good stats and some good sales numbers from the beginning. Because later on, if you have somebody promote it to a list and 500 people go there and none of them buy, that's going to kill your stats. You follow? Because you got 500 visitors and you didn't sell anything. Yeah, Roxy knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, you send 4,000 people to a WSO page and nobody buys. That's terrible. As an affiliate, I look at that and I go, I ain't promoting that. Nobody's buying it, right? But there's a lot of people that do ad swaps, and they do, what do you call those? They do ad swaps and other things to build lists, to build their list, They do solos, yeah. So buy solo mailings. And a lot of those people are just, they never buy anything. They just like to look at a lot of stuff, and they like free stuff. So, if you got a list of 10,000 people like that and you send them to a WSO page, it's going to kill your stats. Now, I know Mike Lance is here, but I'm going to say a few things. Just some little tips, okay? Anyway, one of the things you can do when you start off is do this dime sale type format. And the Warrior Plus system makes it really easy to do. You'll start getting affiliates wanting to promote. Do not approve them. Okay? I'm only telling, I've never let this out of the bag either. I'm only telling y'all. Nobody else knows. You don't want to approve any affiliates until you have built up enough good stats from the beginning to get your conversion percentage up and to get your visitor value up, right? Once you get it so it starts looking good, you're going to have more affiliates request. So what you want to do is approve them all at one time. You follow me? You're going to let the numbers build up so that you're looking really good. Who's got a small list at least? Nobody? Okay, okay. At least, okay, some of y'all. If you got just a small list, that's cool because the people on your list are probably people that have bought from you before, and that's the target list you want to mail first, obviously, because your list is going to convert better on your new product than anybody else's. But you don't know. Of course, one of the things Mike tells you to do is to look at the affiliate who wants to promote your product. Make sure they're a member of the Warrior Forum and all that good stuff. Make sure they got some posts. Check their rep. And, if some of these people you'll get to know over time, and you know that they have a really good converting list, okay? So those are the ones you want to approve in the beginning. You follow me? Because the longer you can keep your visitor value high, the longer you can keep your conversion percentage high, the more affiliates who are going to request to promote your product over time.